Good afternoon, you guys. This is Kai Smith, your certified trichologist and hair loss advocate. Basically, what we're going to be discussing today is hair loss is a symptom. Everybody wants to say, what are the symptoms of hair loss? What is this? What is that? Hair loss is a symptom, you guys. The medical community makes it nearly impossible to get answers concerning hair loss. I hear this every day as I consult with women who have hair loss. The majority of them have seen countless hair loss professionals, and they still are not getting results. The majority of these professionals are dermatologists that have basically just given them a diagnosis of alopecia. Alopecia is just another word for hair loss. So they are coming to me saying, they just said I have alopecia. Well, the question is, what kind of alopecia do you have? Alopecia is just another way of saying hair loss. So that's not an accurate diagnosis. That's just a blanket statement. They need to give you more information than that. So they've seen several hair loss professionals that really haven't helped them at all. And they're still in the same place if their hair loss hasn't progressed. Some of these women are experiencing hair loss a year, 2 years, 5 years, some even longer than that. But as I said, the medical community makes it nearly impossible to get answers concerning hair loss. They don't see hair loss as being life-threatening. Therefore, most doctors don't even look into your complaint. It's falling on deaf ears. And so they think it's being vain. Oh, it'll go away. Don't worry about it. They kind of brush it off. They haven't been taught how to look into the hair. It's not really a concern for them. Because they're more so looking at saving your life, looking at the organs that are life or death, and they don't consider hair as life-threatening, so they don't waste their time on the hair. But the problem is if hair loss is a symptom of something much greater going on in your body, then you need to address the hair, because that is the body directly speaking to you. And it's a language that needs to be interpreted to see what's actually going on with the body. Maybe your body has not started manifesting outwardly symptoms other than your hair. But your hair is a barometer of your health. It's an extension of what's going on within your body. Your hair, your skin, and your nails. Those are all outward extensions of what's happening on the inside. Those are your eyes on the inside of your body. Hair loss, like I said, is really a symptom. It's something more happening to you. And unfortunately, with our dilapidated medical system, they don't allow us to be proactive about our health. They wait until something is really going on, and then they want to react to it. Instead, when a problem arises, they write you a prescription, and they send you packing to the pharmacy saying, let me know if that doesn't work, and I can prescribe you something else. That's a reactive way to handle your health. By that time, something is really gone awry. You're having hair loss. Hair loss is not the only symptom. There's several other things that are happening within your body that maybe you have not paid attention to, like your hair. Because our hair is our crown and glory. It is our covering. It is that thing that's directly connected to our image. So as soon as something starts happening with that, the light bulb goes on. Hold on, wait a minute, something's going on with my hair. I got acne on my face. Oh, my nails are just breaking. Those are the things that gets our attention. Those other things that are silently happening within our bodies that may not have manifested outwardly yet, we don't even worry about those. So basically, what they'll do is, if those prescriptions don't end up working, then they decide, let's send you to surgery. Let's cut a piece of this out of your body. Let's completely take out this organ. Let's artificially replace it so that we can simulate the body's functions. And so basically, they've gotten accustomed to attacking the symptom or the disease instead of actually getting to the root of the problem, so to speak. Okay? And so I like to use the plant analogy. With the plant analogy, in horticulture, when a tree or a plant is not bearing good leaves, good fruit, the first thing they do is they look at the roots in the soil. They go straight to the root. They go straight to the soil, because maybe the tree is producing brown leaves. The fruit is not is not good, is not good enough to eat, whatever the situation may be, that this tree or plant is not bearing good fruit or leaves, they're going directly to the soil, directly to the root, and they correct the problem at the root. So that then once they till the soil, they get it back together, then they start the growth process all over again. Now the trees are growing in green, the fruit is growing in nice and sweet, delicious, you can pick it, it's nice and ripe. And so I like to use that analogy, because when you use that analogy, that's the same thing that needs to be done with our bodies. When we start manifesting outwardly symptoms, when you start getting high blood pressure, your pancreas is not secreting enough insulin, whatever the situation may be, you have adrenal fatigue, you're not producing enough T3 or T4 for your thyroid to function properly, or you're producing too much or too little. Those things are all imbalances in the body and need to be corrected at the root. But instead, what we like to do when we can't get it right with when the doctors can't get it right with the prescription, the thing that they do is they want to start removing stuff. They want to remove the gallbladder. They want to remove the thyroid. They want to remove the things that do not work, instead of going in at the root and being proactive about it. We know our bodies best. And so when we go into the doctor, we need to demand the time. But because a lot of us are intimidated and we think that the doctors are the be-all and they know everything, we allow them to dictate what's going to happen when we get that 7-minute window of time in their office. When I go to the doctor, I have a list of questions that I'm going to ask, and I'm going to get all of my questions answered before I leave. Why? Because I've experienced autoimmune disease. I've experienced that. I've experienced hair loss. So I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm not going to stop. And I actually had to help heal myself, because what they wanted to do to me was suppress my immune system. Oh, your immune system's not working. You have autoimmune disease. We're just going to continue to suppress it. Well, the problem is my immune system doesn't work at all, period. That's why I'm having a problem. So why would you want to continue to suppress it? Why wouldn't you give me something so that it can work the natural way? But instead, they prescribe you things so that the body can simulate the functions. You don't believe me? If you're on medication, stop taking your medication and see if the problem doesn't reappear. Because medication does not fix the problem. Medication simulates the body's natural functions. In order to go in and fix the problem, you have to get to the root. You can't chase the symptom. You have to get to the root. And unfortunately, the insurance does not want to pay for diagnostic testing for things that they feel don't exist yet. They'll rather wait for you to have a medical problem and then chase after it behind the 8 ball than for you to be proactive about it and to be well. If we were all well, doctors wouldn't have a job. Okay? So basically, they're what the doctors are doing with prescriptions, they're painting the leaves green. Instead of getting the leaves, we're back to that plant analogy. Instead of getting the leaves to grow out green naturally, they're taking a prescription and they decided, if I can't get it to work, I'll just paint it green and make it look like it's working on the outside. But your body is really not functioning well on the inside. So they like to paint the leaves green, or paint the oranges orange, or paint the apples red. You get the idea, instead of fixing it at the root. When the body isn't functioning, they're just attacking the symptom. You know, they continue to attack the symptom until, like I said, until they get it. And like I said, if they can't get it, they just cut it out. Replace it with an artificial one. You know, that's the thing to do. So the moral of the story is, your hair is like the fruit. It's like the green leaves, or the oranges, or the red apples, or whatever. If the body is ill or it has deficiencies, it produces bad fruit. So if your body is ill, it produces bad hair, bad nails, bad skin. That's the fruit that's producing from the bad soil that needs to be tilled, that needs to be tended to, that needs to be realigned, rebalanced, whatever that is. Your hair is the fruit. Your skin is the fruit. Your nails, that's the fruit. So when your body is not in alignment, it's producing bad fruit. And so what I want to tell you is, when you know you're producing bad fruit, stop covering it up. Stop painting the leaves green. Stop painting the oranges orange. Stop covering your hair up with a wig. Stop covering your hair up with a weave. Stop covering your hair up with a hat. Stop covering your hair up with all of these things, ointments, shampoos, all of these false things that these manufacturers have sold you based on your pain points, telling you that it's going to grow your hair back. If you don't get down there and till that soil and get to the root of the problem, none of that is going to work. None of it is going to work. And we always want a quick fix. We always want a quick fix. The quick fix is going to land you bald, where your hair is not going to grow back. The key to a successful recovery is early detection in hair loss. And so as long as we want to ignore it, as long as we remain in denial, as long as we don't follow through and be consistent, because let's just be real, ladies, some of us have come across good help. Not everybody out there practicing hair loss is bad. You have some good dermatologists and some good trichologists out there that know how to practice trichology. The problem is you. The problem is you because you don't want to remain consistent. It didn't happen overnight. It's not going to be fixed overnight. This is a hair detective process, meaning we have to go through multiple layers in order to get to the root of your problem. It's not a quick fix. So if you don't give it time to get better, and because next week, since you've been using what we said use, or you've been taking this or taking that, what we told you was going to eventually work for you, the protocol doesn't work, you're quick to stop it within a week. And it takes longer than that. It could take you 3, 6, 9, 12 months to have a fully successful recovery from hair loss. And so a lot of you that have gotten good help and you just weren't consistent with it. Now some of you, on the other hand, have gotten poor help and you need help. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you uncover what's at the root of your hair loss, because it's time that we stop painting the leaves green and we start dealing with the things that are at the root of our hair loss. Whether it is a nutritional deficiency, whether it's an underlying medical illness, whether you are pulling it out based on your hairstyles, whatever the issue is, I can help you. I'm your hair loss advocate. I am here to take you through my 3-step process: uncover, treat, and restore. A lot of you have been approaching your hair loss in a backwards manner. You're trying to treat your hair loss before you even uncover what's going on, and that's backwards. You're not going to get any results that way. So, like I said, I'm here to help you uncover the root cause of your hair loss. If you want to reach out to me, you can get help from me by going to KaiSmithOnline.com, look under consultations, and schedule a 15-minute discovery session with me so that I can understand more what's going on with you. And then I can determine whether or not you're a candidate that I can help. We can see if we're a match for one another. And then we can start uncovering what's at the root of your hair loss to get you healthy. Because at the root of your hair loss is some type of underlying medical issue, a deficiency. Something is going on. Something needs to be balanced. If it's not an external issue, if it's not coming out because you're over processing, you're over manipulating with traction, whatever it may be externally, if it's not happening externally, there is some type of imbalance going on in your body. And you want to catch it before you fall too ill and before you lose too much hair. I am here as your hair loss advocate to get in the trenches with you and to help you fight this battle called hair loss. So you can reach out to me, like I said, at KaiSmithOnline.com. Go under consultations and click the 15-minute consultation tab, and then you can schedule something that's fitting for your time. You guys got a lot from this information. My mission is to help women eradicate hair loss by empowering them with information that will help them make educated decisions when approaching hair loss, approaching a treatment to hair loss. So I hope this was good for you. And be good to yourself. Until next time, good night.